Morning, 6th grade and 5th grade. I'm doing a dual video for you guys just because you are doing the same project, just about different things. So let's cover 6th grade here first. You guys are going to be doing a famous person project. So first what you're going to do is create a PowerPoint, which is on your Google Slides. So technically it's Google Slides, but it's the Google version of PowerPoint. So if you open up the famous person PowerPoint, which you might have to click on open over here in order to see both of these components of the assignment. So this should look familiar. It's your directions or your criteria. You're going to use the internet to research a famous person of your choice. Please make sure that you get your famous person okayed by me, just so that there are not duplicates from other people in the class and that it's an appropriate person to research. You're going to create on Google Slides. So if you open here in your Google Classroom the blank template, that's going to be the presentation that you can add to. So I'll go over some things about Google Slides here in a second for a refresher. So back to this. Your title slide is going to be your first slide, so with the title of your presentation and your name. Slide 2 is on early life, so where and when were they born, information about their parents, brothers or sisters, things like that. So these questions on here are just a starting point. You can obviously add a lot more to each of these if you are researching. The next slide is going to be on their accomplishments. So basically, what have they done? What are they famous for? Slide 4 is going to be on their family. So are they married? Do they have a spouse? Children? Where do they live? Things like that. Slide 5 is your opinion of this person. So tell why you chose to research them. Tell why you like them. You need at least 3 good reasons, and they should not be something like because they are cool. So get a little creative there for me. It could have to do with their accomplishments. So if you think that they are cool because of their accomplishments, so just give me some more details. And slide 6 is your bibliography or your works cited page. So just like we did with our Thanksgiving PowerPoint, we are going to do a works cited to make sure that we cite our sources, but we are going to be a little bit more careful when doing our works cited this time. So I was a little bit lenient on our first research project, but this one I really want to make sure that you've included both the article name and the URL, so which is up here, and I'll talk about that in a second. And if you come up with some more things that you want to include, you may include more slides if you would like to. So each of your slides is going to have the following things: a title, bold and underlined, at least 4 bullets of information and facts, a picture, at least 1, animation for your picture or text box. So this is something different that wasn't in the last one, so I'll go over that in a second. A background so that it's not white, and a transition. And we're going to do something kind of cool on Voki after your presentation is complete, but don't worry about that yet. That's still a couple classes away. So if we go back to blank template, so let's go to 5th grade here for a quick second. So you guys are doing exotic animal project. So same exact things, except you're researching a different topic, obviously. So you're going to research exotic animal. I don't expect you to know one off the top of your head. Exotic means, like a cool animal that you maybe haven't even heard of before. So if you just start a new tab and research or Google exotic animals or maybe weird animals or something like that to come up with something different and cool. So we're not doing like cats and dogs or cows or like something that you obviously know a lot about. Also on Google Slides, your first slide is going to be a title slide. Your second slide is going to be your description. So what does it look like? Size, color, all of that good stuff. Slide 3 is on diet. So what does it eat? Slide 4, habitat. Where does it live? So not only like it lives in the jungle or it lives in the rainforest, but like which country or which part of the world. Slide 5 is on fun facts about your animal that you come up with while you're researching. And then also slide 6 is your works cited or your bibliography. And you need the same things here that you do that I went over in the 6th grade. We're also going to do a Voki if and when you get done, but make sure that you get your presentation done first and okayed by me. So back to Google Slides here, you're also going to have a copy called blank template there. Your first one's going to be your title slide. So title goes here, subtitle is your name. So a couple different things. You're going to see this looks similar to Microsoft PowerPoint, but it's a different program. So a lot of the toolbars are the same, but you just might have to look in a different spot. So good recommendation is to go to your Format tab if you're wanting something different. Format means to change. So if you need to change your background or something like that, that's a good place to start. You can see your font is up here in the main toolbar, size, bold, underline, text color, things like that. On your screen, to get a bullet point, you guys are going to have to go to more. So if you drop down more, you're going to see your bullet points right here. Background, if you click on the outer edge of your slide, so not on a text box like this, but on the very outside edge, you're going to find your background here. You can change white to a different color. And you're also going to find your transition here. You're going to notice they don't have as many options as Microsoft PowerPoint does, but it's okay. So you can do something like cube. You can change the speed of it right here by dragging this toggle over. You could apply to all slides if you want them to be the same with this button. And then to test it out, you'll click play. So that's what it would look like. You'll have to choose stop in order to make any changes, or if you're good to go. You'll see these little dots over here indicate that you do have a transition on that slide. So all of mine here for this example do have a transition. So I'm going to close that if I'm done. Another thing you can do is to choose a theme for your presentation. If you want it all to be the same, you could click on one of these and all of your slides will have the same sort of theme. So I know you guys know, I think that's more of a design option in Microsoft PowerPoint. So I'll just close that. Here's an example of, actually I'm going to undo that, which remember keep column and click undo right here. Your works cited. This is an example that I did. So this was the article or the website name that I researched. So obviously I don't have any information down, but this was just an example. So I copy and pasted the article name here and then the URL underneath of the article name. So a lot of you in your Thanksgiving PowerPoint were just doing URLs here, which is a good start, but I want you to go a little bit further and do the website name or the article name and your URL here in your Works Cited page. So you can see I have the website name bold and underlined. So remember on your, like if I wanted to copy and paste this, I'll highlight, Control C, go back to where I want, click in there, Control V. Okay, and it will be in there that way. So obviously I don't want that there, so I'm going to delete it. Animation. So if you're going to insert a picture, so we can do insert image, search the web. So I can just put a tiger in there for an example. This one's tired, just like all of us probably this morning. So I'll insert. Oh, it's not tired, it's feisty. Okay, make it small, click and drag. And when I'm ready to animate it, I think the easiest way is to, so I see this one's selected, I'll right click on this picture and then animate. So not only will your slide have a transition or do something cool, your picture can do that as well. So it can do these options. So I'll choose spin and then on click. So when I click my mouse, it can do that, and then I can play to show how that would be. So my whole slide transitions and moves in from the side. When I click my mouse again, you can see that that's the animation I added to my picture. So I think the easiest way to add animations is maybe to your picture. You can do it to your text box too if you want, but at least to your pictures. And then remember your background. I'm going to click on the very outside of the white space and choose background, and then I'll just change the color and click done. So all your titles should be bold and underlined, and the titles of your slide, I've made it easy for you. So for 6th grade, like right here, slide 1, obviously your title slide doesn't need this to be your title, but it would be the name of the person, or 5th grade, the name of your animal. Slide 2, the title is going to be early life, accomplishments, things like that. And same with 5th grade, it will be stuff like habitat, fun facts. So make sure that those are bold and underlined and nice and big. Use your white space in your slide. So this, I guess looks pretty good, but make sure that you're, changing your font size and pictures and things like that to take up your white space. So that's the purpose, excuse me, of a presentation. And when you're ready for a new slide, it's right here by this plus sign. If you drop it down this way, you can choose what type of slide. So if you want the to content, you can choose this one. That way you have a title and a spot to type and maybe a spot for your picture. Okay, so that's a pretty good introduction or synopsis. One last thing, if you need another text box, it is right here. with the T with the box around it. So in Google Slides, you do not have to save, which is a cool thing. So when you are ready to go, you can just close your tabs here. So hope that helps. Ask if you have any questions. Good luck.